Winter versus summer van. Which one do you build for? Now, I built my van for the winter time. Come winter, when you see all those new people who jumped into van life, say, "Oh, van life is great," and then they're asking the question on every group post, Facebook, and all these other places, saying, "How do I stay warm in the wintertime?" Yeah, you won't see me put any posts like that. I'm going to be fine because of the way I designed it. Summertime, the question is, do you build your van for the summertime? I mean, if you design your van in ways to stay cool in the summertime, you kind of expose yourselves to air gaps, I think, for the wintertime. And so which one is more important? Now, this is my third attempt. You know, it's always take a few takes to get rolling and get into that video mode. Sweat may start to run down my face, and I could try to wipe it off, but isn't that the point? I'm hot right now. I didn't take my shower today yet, so it's okay. I'll do this video and then I'll go shower. Because it's hot. I live in the high desert. I don't even know what it is out there. It's not even hot yet. It's still, I think it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, something like that. We're still warming up. And we got to be in the mid-90s already. So the point is, some winter van versus summer van. You got to have two different vans. I just come to that conclusion that there's two different vans. I took a door off the other day. You saw my design, and I realized, man, I could take this door off, because I always kept the back door off. If you watch my other videos, you saw that in my design. And I realized I can take the side door off. The side door doesn't really need to be there. So the front door and the side door, all three doors are basically off now. But why was I reminded that the door can be taken off? Well, the other day I was getting ready for work. I did my wash up like I do in the video. I talked about washing up. Well, I don't remember what I called the video. And so I got clean, felt good. And this was early in the morning, probably around 9 o'clock. So it was not super hot yet, but it was hot enough. By the time I finished and I put my underwear on, my t-shirt on, I'm starting to sweat like crazy. I mean, it was like bad. I had to hurry up and throw my shorts on. I crawled over the bed, opened up the front windows a little bit, and then I had cracked the back door open. By that time, my shirt was soaking, almost not soaking wet, but getting close. I had to, I forget the boondocking rules. I was like, forget it. I opened up the back door and I had to go out. There was a tree next to me, so that the sliding door side of the van was in shade. I just stood out there. I had no choice. It was like, man, this is crazy. And I had to actually leave the back door open just a little bit and get back in and wipe my top off again. Just re-wipe with some cold water. Man, I've had to break the boondocking rules. One night, the van was so hot, I just sat in the front seat with the window down watching videos. I didn't care who saw me. And no, I didn't cut any holes in my ceiling because I'm under warranty. I didn't want to mess with that. I didn't want to mess with the possibility of a leak once I got everything up there, because like insulation in the ceiling, and I didn't want to have to take it all out because it's leaking and running. Because it's not like it's going to leak straight down. It's going to leak and spread into the foam and spread all down. It'd be a mess, and then probably down the sides. I didn't want to risk that. You know, I'm working on ideas to find other places to vent. I do have fans. I have two of these, and they are USB rechargeables. So I can use my charge ups. Where's my bag? So the good thing about it, I can use these. If they $5 charge up. So if they go out, and then I got this one here. So I got 3 of them, and they get going pretty good. And let me see. I got this. I'll just unhook it for a second. Okay. And I got this one here, which hooks up to my car charger. And so that one's louder, but it works really good, obviously, to push. And then the other ones are very quiet. I can sleep. So I got plenty. So that people have the vents at the top, you know, to push air. These things push air. I space them out. If you watch my refrigerator video, I've opened up the refrigerator and threw one of these little fans, or one facing in and another one blowing the air out, to kind of make that homemade icebox type of situation, or homemade what do you call it? Homemade What am I thinking? You know I'm gonna have to edit this. I can't think. What do you call it? You know, the ice box and put a hole in it. And you call it, it's a homemade homemade air conditioner. I can't even think. Maybe it's because it's so hot. I can't even think. You know, I might leave that just to say it's so hot that my brain is starting to get fried. I can't think. And so that worked handy. And I knew that I could do that when I designed it. I was like, oh, this is right by my bed. And the other day, I pulled up the front cover off, stuck 2 fans in there, and let that ice air just blow into the van. So it worked out okay. But bottom line is, let me show you real quick. All right, so what I did today is I took the door off. You see I left the hinge on because I'm actually got to paint the sides of the door. So now you see the front part of my van is now very open. Of course, this was always designed to be this way. So if I wanted to if I was on a beach, I could sit here and look out, right? So that was always designed that way. So, but now you can see I get a lot more air. And here's the thing. Okay, I got to pause it for a second. All right, I'm back. So the design was this. So if I have my door closed, so this is the front of the van, so no one can see. Now you can see I still have air coming in here. And I just, after being hot, I realized that why didn't I just take my door off and leave it in the house where the back door is until the summer or until the winter time. So now, and you see the difference is as I go here. So see, and I can actually, if I move this chair forward, I can walk. I could actually be in my seat here. Here's my front door. Oh, my peephole, I didn't talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that one day. And then I can still walk through here and come out this door here. And then, see, I got my side. So I got my bed. And the good thing about it, I can still access stuff underneath there, right? But here's the thing. So the light now, if my light is on inside the van here, so that there's no direct light coming to the front. Yeah, some light is going to come out here, you know, but I can actually put a little curtain or something here, like maybe my flag or something like that, and that'll still let air get through here. That's the major point. So a lot of air can still go through here and go into the van. So this is my summer van. So then in wintertime, I'm gonna put the other 2 doors in, and you know, now is that going to make the difference? No, it's still going to be hot as hell in here. And here's the thing. I mean, you could do an air conditioning unit and great for those people who have, but you only got so much space in a van. I think it's just about accepting the limitations of a van. The vans aren't designed to be living in full time. In the summer, get out, go do something. But basically what I do now is like, it's so hot, I come back to the van after work. It depends. If I get off, sometimes I get off at 8, 9 o'clock, so it's cool. I actually love working later because the lights are, the sun is down and the van is cooler. If I get off and it's still even 2 hours or an hour and a half of daylight, I go back to the van, I dump my stuff in there, and I leave. I don't go back to the van until the sun is down. So you got to think, which one do you build for? You can escape the heat by simply not being in a van until the sun goes down, unless you're in, you know, the South. Like if you're in Texas and Arizona, van life ain't for you. Move to another state, right? But if you're in a state where or area, state, city, whatever, where when the sun goes down, it gets cooler, then you're okay. Being like, say, I can open up everything. Now I can't open up the doors because I'm boondocking. If I wasn't boondocking, I can go to a park and open everything up, and you know, it's still gonna be hot, but it'd be okay. But then again, you got to think about it. But what's the most important now? For me, you can escape the heat by just not getting into a van until it's late. And if I really want to escape the heat, I can actually drive 30 minutes and park somewhere else and be near the beach. That's part of being in an LA area. I came back out because my video needed an ending. So you can see here the space, so my camera is now over the passenger seat. And because I had the door open, so all that light was there. So you can see my door, and there's this space here. Then it turns and goes in there. I came back out for an ending, and my ending is this. Let me get, where's my face? There we go. So my ending is this. I gotta open this door real quick because it's hot. So here's my ending. How do you cook in a van? That's another video. I'm not even gonna try and do that video. I want somebody to put up a video on how do you cook in a van in the summertime. I don't care about how long your cabinet is. I don't want to hear about all the neat appliances you bought. No. Can somebody do a video about cooking in the summertime in a van that's already smoking hot? I went 3 days last week. I didn't really eat that much. Wanted some oatmeal early in the morning. Guess what? I was like, it's too hot. Wanted to cook some food at nighttime. You know, it was too hot. Now I use a propane cooker. And so that throws a lot of heat in the van, which is great in the wintertime. But yeah. So even if you got all those other fancy, nice, more expensive cooktops and all that, it still is putting out heat. So can somebody do a video? I'm not going to do it because I already know the answer. The answer is you just can't cook in a van in the summertime. I mean, you can open up the doors and cook outside. Yeah, you can go to the park, but cooking inside the hot van in the summertime, can somebody do a video on that? So last thing I'm saying is this. I just think what I'm trying to get people to look at and start to talk about. Maybe I'm just trying to open up discussion. There's a van for the wintertime and there's a van for the summertime. I don't see that it's possible to have one van that's perfect for both conditions. I mean, so to me, you have to build for the wintertime because that's the one that's hardest to survive. And honestly, just stay the hell out the van in the summertime and then just find ways to vent it at nighttime and get cooled off at nighttime. Survive 8 hours at nighttime. Get up early in the morning before the sun come up. Do your wash up early and get on out of there.